And we are live. Hello, everyone. Good night. It is 7:34 here on the East Coast. How are you? Look, it is about that time. We are coming today with part two of our three-part talk about crafting your exit plan with confidence. So we are in part two. We were talking about crafting your exit plan with confidence. Now, I've had a few people, a handful of you drop in my DMs, but I really wanted to big up the five people that are taking advantage right now of the strategy session, the 20% off strategy session. Congratulations. I'm so excited to get with you guys and to create a strategy according to where you are in your career. And that strategy that will be delivered to you this week when we meet for our one-on-one will be all will be able to be carried out within 30 days. So you are serious about leaping out of traditional education. Congratulations. I'm so excited. The five of you took advantage of that. So with that being said, because we have five people that took advantage of the strategy session, what that means is we only have five slots left. So because we only have five slots left, guys, I want you to book. I'm definitely going to drop the link in the chat. So the link will be dropped in the chat. Definitely check that chat out and make sure you book your strategy session. The strategy sessions are so impactful. They are so empowering. Listen, you need to get in the room with me for our one-to-one strategy session. This is what I'm going to do. I'm dropping the link for the strategy session in the chat right now. I really want you to take advantage of the strategy session so that you can begin advancing in your career. We know you're created for greater. We know you were created for greater. We know you were created for more. And so it's time now to stop talking about it and let's be about it. Go ahead and book that strategy session so that we can tailor a plan to you where you according to where you are right now to advance you in your career. So the five that have booked with me, I had a chance to begin writing the strategy, begin creating the strategy for three of you, and I can safely say that all three of you will advance in your career using the strategy that I've created for you with between 30 to 60 days. So I'm really excited that this work will continue. All right, listen, it is now time to dig deep into part two of our series, right? So we're in part two of our series, and this month, I've been addressing educators that are ready to leap outside of the classroom. I've been addressing not only educators that are ready to go outside of the classroom, but I've been talking to educators that are ready to leave education altogether. Not that I'm trying to convince you to stay or convince you to go. That's never my stance as a coach. As a coach, I'm here to coach you into making the decision that's best for you. So for some, it may be to leap up into leadership positions. For others, it may be to leap out of education. So this month, as we're ending the month of September, I was specifically talking to educators that are looking to leap out of education. And so where are we going right now? We are in part two, crafting your exit plan with confidence. Part two, crafting your exit plan with confidence. So I don't know if you were with us last night. Last night we had an amazing conversation. Parts one to tidbits one, two, and three were centered around crafting your exit plan. And so last night, for those of you who were not with us, last night we talked about giving yourself a self-assessment, taking a self-assessment, know yourself, right? Understanding, of course, what you're looking for in terms of this next leap. right? Understanding what works well with you, what doesn't work well with you, the environments that you thrive in, the environments that you tend to not do well in, you tend to suffocate in. Knowing yourself, that was number one. Number two, I also encouraged everyone to research alternative careers, right? Why? Because it's a big world out there. So you've got to research alternative careers. That's step number two, because you don't know what might be a good fit. So it may not be traditional education. It may be non-traditional education. Look into being an educational director. Look into curriculum writing. Look into being an educational consultant. It may not be anything traditional that you thought of. So look into researching alternative education careers. And my last tidbit from last night, so to catch everybody up so we're all on the same page, is develop your skills. Sometimes that coveted position, that position that you're longing to have, right? That leadership position that you want, you may not have the right skill set for it. So before you decide to go ahead and take that leap, what I want you to do is make sure your skills are aligned with the positions that you're desiring to have. Okay. Make sure your skills are aligned with the positions that you are desiring to have. Look, I got 3 new ones for you. Are you ready? I'm so happy you're with me. It's so good to see you. I'm here broadcasting live from Philly. Where are you watching me from? Drop that in the chat right now. Let me know where you're watching me from. I'm going to keep an eye out in our private Facebook group. I know the BEC is with me, and I'm so grateful to the Black Educator Circle because you guys rock with me heavy. Like, you guys are with me every single night, and I'm so excited that you guys stick with me. Thank you so much for that. So if you're in the BEC, make sure you say hello. You are family. You are definitely family. So if you're in the BEC, go ahead and say hello. Drop a hi hello in the chat at this time. All right, so look, let's continue. Let's continue. We are talking about expanding your network tonight. We're also talking about check your brand. Now, what do you mean? Dr. Pratt, I do not have a particular brand. I'm not selling any, I don't have any product. There's no product, so there shouldn't be any branding. I'm about to change your mindset on that. You've got to check your brand. You are a brand, whether you realize it or not. And we're going to talk about that. And then lastly, the power of mentorship. We sleep on this little thing. We sleep on mentorship. But mentorship is very powerful. Mentorship also helps you get in those spaces that you would not have even known were looking for you through your mentor, right? And so securing a mentor is not just securing someone to look out, someone that's going to look out for you, pour into you, really help you and guide you through, but it's also expanding your network in a way that I'm sure you've never thought of. So we're talking about those three tonight. And I hope you stick with me. Listen, don't forget, if you're watching this on replay, it's all good. I understand. It's 8:42 here on the East Coast, so I get it. So if you're watching this on replay, go ahead and type replay in the comment section. I want to see and hear from you. If you're watching this live, go ahead and type hi hello in the comment section. I want to acknowledge you, and I want to know where you're watching me from. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get going to number 4. You've got to expand your network. You've got to expand your network. Right now, currently, if your network just includes you, some of your coworkers, and then maybe some former colleagues that you once had, it's not large enough. It's not large enough. I'm going to say that again. It's not large enough. All right, Dr. Pride, if it's not big enough, how large should my network be? Your network should be large enough to be able to hold you down, give you job leads, give you tools, tips, tricks, have your back when you're looking for a job. If your network isn't strong enough to do that, you need to expand. You need to expand. All right, look, I understand a lot of you you don't agree with me, but what I want you to do is, in order to expand your network the way it needs to be expanded, you've got to start talking. You've got to come outside your comfort zone. You've got to get outside that bubble and you have to begin to talk. What does that mean? Okay, look, if you are an introvert, especially, I'm definitely talking to you. Attend seminars, attend workshops, right? Grab a coffee with someone in the industry that, that you've seen on Facebook, or you've been seeing post some really groundbreaking things, right? Grab a coffee with them. Begin to speak to people, right? You'd be surprised how many doors a simple chat will open up for you. Guess what? People love helping out, especially educators. Educators love helping. And so, because we love helping each other, it's okay to reach out and say, you know, I need some help. Can you help me with this? I've been watching your page, or I've been looking at your lives, or I've been looking at some of the articles that you've posted, and I'm really interested in blah, 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 blah. Can you help me? Do you have some insight on that? Or can you connect me with the expert in this area? We love helping each other. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, 98% sure you're not going to get a no. All right. So, what I want you to do is get outside your comfort zone, think outside the box, and definitely begin to network, network, network. Here, I didn't want to just tell you what to do and not give you the how to do so. And so, because I'm all about education, and I'm an educator, I'm an educator of educators, I'm going to give you the how. This is how to expand your network. You got to start genuine conversations, not transactions, not transactions. Never, ever, ever approach someone with, well, this is what I have. What do you have for me? How can you help me? Here's how I can help you. Absolutely not. You've got to start genuine conversations that are non-transactional, right? And with that being said, you then add them to your network and they are a quality, high value add. Here's the next thing. You've got to be present and you've got to listen actively. You've got to be present and you've got to listen actively. Colleagues are great people to add to your network. But it's not just about you. You also have to listen in terms of what the things that they're expressing that they need, right? Some of those things that they're telling you that they need, you actually have. And so this is a way to mutually add them to your network as they add you to theirs. You've got to use online platforms strategically. And I'm going to definitely get into that because that goes right along with branding. Use online platforms strategically. What that means is if you know that you are looking, right? Switch your LinkedIn profile to open to networking or actively looking for a position. There are different frames that they have for your profile when you're on LinkedIn that lets everyone and their mama know that you're looking for a position. So if you are looking for a position, put it out there. Don't be afraid to put that thing out there. Here's the next thing. You've got to begin to attend industry events with purpose. What are you talking about? I'm not attending this conference just to have fun and hang out. I'm here to do a few things. And before, according to the conference that you choose, before you go, make sure you have 3 non-negotiables. I'm here to get A, B, C. This is my mission. These are my marching orders because this is what my career needs. So be sure to attend industry events with a purpose. One of those things that I would say is conferences, conferences, conferences. I have a conference guide in the Black Educator Circle that all the members of the Black Educator Circle, they have access to this conference guide. What that conference guide does is it's specifically tailored to Black and Brown educators that are also seeking leadership. It tells you the conferences around the nation that are tailored for you. One of those conferences is coming up in November. And listen, I'm not getting any residuals for this, right? This is just me talking to you about what I'm doing, okay? So in November, I will be attending the Black Male Educator Conference. BMEC. Why am I attending the Black Male Educator Conference? Because it's not only for Black males. It's for all Black and brown educators. And so with that being said, Sharif El-Mekki is up here in Philly doing some big things. He is making such a huge indent when it comes to cultural representation in our teachers. So what he does, and I want you guys to go ahead and look this up, and I will definitely drop the link in the chat when the live is over. What he does is he is not only advocating for for more Black male teachers, but he actually trains Black men that are recent graduates. And so he trains them in his school and then to be educators, and then they will then take education positions. So he's a part of the pipeline out of the class, out of school, out of post-secondary education, out of higher ed into the classroom. It's dope. So I'm going to also drop that registration link in the chat. If you are in Philly, if you are in the Northeast, if you are on the East Coast, make it your business in November to attend the Black Male Educator Conference, and I will see you there. Okay, I will see you there. If you can't, it's okay. Make sure you intentionally attend industry events with a purpose. Lastly, offer value and pay it forward. And that's actually what I talked about with number 1 and number 2. Don't just be a gimme, 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 gimme. I'm looking to transition out, so I'm a need. Can you hook me up with? Can you connect me with? Chill, take a deep breath. You've got to make sure that you are also adding value. So what that means is offer value, pay it forward. Anyone that you need help from, make sure you offer value to them as well. This is an exchange. It is an exchange, right? And so because of that, as you begin to look out for people in your network, they, of course, in turn, will then begin to look out for you. This is how you safely, genuinely, and effectively expand your network. All right, I hope you all are still with me. If you're still with me, put a hi in the chat. If you're still with me, say hi. Say hi in the chat. Make sure that if you know a Black or brown educator that should be in here, please let them know. Tag them in the comment section. Let them know what's happening in here. And thank you so much for tuning in and sticking with me. So now that we talked about expanding your network, I also told you how to expand your network. And so now that you've got how to expand your network, let's move on to point number 5, excuse me. Point number 5, you've got to update your professional brand. Update your professional brand. Dr. Pride, what are you talking about? Update your professional brand. Let me explain. Some of you all do have a LinkedIn profile. I was actually on LinkedIn and I searched for a lot of you. So some of you all do have a LinkedIn profile, but it's not updated. Some of you all have dropped in my DMs and you're like, Dr. Pride, I am ready to secure a leadership position. Okay. Are you ready for the interview process? I can help you get ready for the interview process. That's not a problem. And then as I dig deep into your Facebook profile or your LinkedIn profile or your Instagram profile, right? Everything is outdated. Everything is outdated. You not only don't have your current position, your current job title, your current responsibilities, but even the profile picture is old or inappropriate. Now, I know there is a big, there's a lot of tension between professional versus personal platforms. So a lot of professionals are like, it's not fair that they looked at my LinkedIn. It's not fair that they looked at my Facebook profile. That's not fair. That's personal. Well, let me tell you something. If you have the settings on public profile, it's fair game. It's fair game. And what we do, I've sat on tons of interview panels. When we get your resume, the first thing I'm doing is this. Let me see your LinkedIn. Let me see your Facebook. So be careful. Make sure everything is updated and there's nothing on there. If you're going to keep your profiles public, there's nothing on there that doesn't speak well or doesn't look good in terms of your professional and in terms of your brand. So anything that's misaligned with your brand or misaligned with the leader that you're trying to portray, you need to take it down or it needs to be definitely hidden from public view. So update your professional brand, show the world the new you. So the second part of this is show the world the new you. What does that mean? If you've got to take some professional pictures, do that. Definitely do that. If you are up in terms of AI, you're very comfortable with AI. There is an app called Remini, okay, and it's actually free for the first 7 days. Again, I'm just letting you know the tools that I actually have used in the past, right? So if you don't have time to take professional photos, upload some photos to Remini, and I will also put that link in the chat. And they have a setting on there where the AI, yes, it is artificial intelligence, but it puts you in a suit. It uses your face and it puts you in a business suit. And it gives you different options so that you look business professional, right? You look very much professional. And so if you don't have the money or the finances to take professional photos, then this is one of the things that I would suggest you do. Why? Because a lot of people now, when they submit their resume and their cover letter, they also on their cover letter is a picture of them. You don't want to be left behind. Make sure you also have a professional photo so that you can show the world who you are and how your professionalism is aligned with your branding. All right, look, I hope I'm helping someone. I really do, because these are little tidbits that make all the difference when job searching. So make sure you update that professional brand. I hope I'm helping someone right now. I'm looking in my chat. I've got a few people watching. Make sure you say hello. And if you're watching this on replay, go ahead and type replay in the chat. I would love to hear from you. All right, look, we talked about networking. We talked about updating your professional brand. Also, if you need help tailoring your resume, that's one of the services that we do. Make sure when you tailor your resume, you reframe your teaching accomplishments in a manner that resonates with the sector that you're targeting. I gave you a lot of soft skills to make sure that you put on your resume, right? And so go back, look at the clips of the past, look at those list of soft skills. You've got to make sure your resume is updated with those soft skills, especially if you're trying to leap into another industry. Okay. So I wouldn't say I'm a great classroom teacher. Well, if I'm not looking to continue in education or to continue in traditional education, they may not be looking for a good classroom teacher. But what they are looking for is a good communicator. They're also looking for a good leader. They're also looking for someone that has empathy, right? And so when you reform or reshape your resume to include your soft skills that you've perfected in your educational career, that definitely sets off all the bells and whistles, and it makes you that much more desirable to other industries. Okay. So make sure you update your resume and allow your resume not to just have your teaching accomplishments on there, but your perfected soft skills as well. And then, of course, LinkedIn matters. You've got to update LinkedIn. You've got to make sure you engage on LinkedIn as well. Showcase those skills on LinkedIn. Share relevant content. You don't have to be on LinkedIn sharing something every single day. You are a professional educator. You don't have that type time. But every now and again, share relevant content on LinkedIn. And one thing I liked about LinkedIn is there's a plethora of industry specific groups. Make sure you join those industry specific groups, the ones that are in the field that you're looking to jump into. Once you join those types of groups, a lot of times they send jobs. The group members share jobs in that industry with each other. They even give each other the heads up. Hey, in a couple of months, we're going to have this position open, right? And so make sure you are on LinkedIn and your profile isn't just there, but make sure you're gaining traction on LinkedIn by being as active as you can be. After you update your professional brand and you show the world the new you and who you are, right? My last one is for tonight is you've got to seek mentorship. You've got to seek mentorship. And I hope you're still with me. Definitely seek mentorship. Why? Why should I seek a mentor? I'm always the mentor. As a seasoned professional mid career educator, I'm the mentor. Why do I need a mentor? Well, I'm so excited that you asked, why do you need a mentor? You need a mentor because mentors offer unique insights. They not only offer you the inside scoop all the time, but they also introduce you to industry insiders. They even help you navigate challenges that they've faced that they know you are coming up against or you may come up against. It is nothing like having a mentor. I'm not just preaching this thing, I live this thing. So let me tell you, um, I have had I have a mentee, and her name is Amelia. She's like a little sister. Um, the reason she's like a little sister to me is because I have mentored her since she was 14 years old, and she has now graduated college, and she is 23, and she's been my mentee since she was 14 years old, right? I don't know what it was, but she saw something in me that she was complete, like probably my drive and my energy. She was completely like attracted to, like, can you please? And this was before I was a doctor. So she was like, Mrs. Pride, do you think you can be my mentor? And I said, absolutely. Absolutely. And here's what this is going to look like. Are you okay with this? Oh yeah, I need a mentor. I've mentored her all through high school, all through college, and we are still going strong. You've got to make sure you seek mentorship. A lot of the bumps and bruises that she would have had along the way, along this journey, I was able, as her mentor, to help smooth the path a little bit, right? Mentors are so invaluable, people don't even understand. Not only do they offer unique insights, they introduce you to industry insiders, but they help you navigate challenges. That's why you, yes, you, my seasoned educator, you need a mentor. You definitely need a mentor. Mentors also smooth out changes and transitions. So as you're looking to transition out of traditional education and into non-traditional sector of education, or even a brand new industry altogether, I would definitely advise you to look for a mentor in the industry that you're looking to leap into, right? Their insight is invaluable. I hope I'm helping someone on here, because this is the reason I do what I do. Tomorrow, I'm going to have our final 3 tips. Tomorrow, I will have our final 3 tips, and we will then, of course, dig deep into how how we put this all together and create your 6-month exit plan. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Also, just a brief reminder, for this week and this week only, we've got 20% off your strategy plan. Listen, it's not okay just to say, I know it's time for me to go, so I'm going to be out. Peace. No, you've got to have a plan. Do you know why you have to have a plan? Because we're mid-career educators. Because we are mid-career educators, time is of the essence. We don't want to make mistakes. We don't have time to make mistakes. We don't have time to leap out of this industry into another one that we don't like, into a next one that we for darn sure don't like. We don't have that type time. So because I know you don't have that time, I'm here. I'm here to coach you through. And what I'm offering for this week and this week only until Sunday, we close this offer, 20% off all strategy sessions with me. 20% off all strategy sessions with me. And what do you get in the strategy, Dr. Pride? You get a done for you. This is a done for you service. You get a done for you strategy that is handed to you We then, in the one-to-one strategy session, we go through that strategy, making sure it's the perfect fit for you and your situation and your area and where you are in your career, right? So we make sure it's the perfect fit for you. We tailor that strategy to you. Not only that, you also get coaching while we are completing that strategy. Not only will you get coaching from me while we're completing that strategy, but we've got someone that's going to look over your resume, over your cover letter, and definitely help you tailor that to the industry that you are looking for. Listen, this is a one-time offer, okay? Everyone in the BEC can let you know we don't do these discounts like this. So what I want you to do is I want you to take advantage of this. I am definitely dropping in the chat right now. I'm definitely dropping the link in the chat. You will not find this anywhere. You definitely need to take advantage. So drop in. Here's the link. Okay. There's the link right now. I just dropped it. Take advantage of the one-to-one strategy session. Okay. It is an investment. This is definitely an investment to your better future career. All right, guys, as I say every night, I am too short to be long-winded. I am 5'3". When you meet me in person, you'll see, right? You'll probably be like this. Hi, Dr. Pride. So because I am only 5'3", it is time for me to end. And I want everyone to have a good night. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm giving the last 3 tips in order to successfully transition you out of education into the career of your choice. And we are also, on top of the 3 tips, the final 3 tips, we are also going to look at together a strategy. And hopefully this will help you make the right decision. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Don't be a stranger. Drop in my DMs if you have any questions. I am always happy to serve. All right, guys, have a good night. See you tomorrow at 8 sharp.